It was packed.
And the poutine is underneath the veal? Have I got chicken or have I...
I think we've all got the same. I think it's all veal or pork or whatever.
Well, there's 2 or 3 different kinds now.
That's amazing.
What have you
Sure,
got?
Stanley got the right one?
Yep. It says onions and mushrooms. And just a minute, I've got
That's
sauerkraut for everybody.
incredible. Turn off the lights in here.
What do you mean off?
He wants more lights on.
That's what do you need, Stanley? Like I got those lights on up there. That's enough. Or I got to turn the other ones off. Then it's wasting the lights. I got to turn that off because it'll catch on fire. Because I got a strap over the light. I kind of like it when it kind of accents the table.
Yes, it does. So
Iced tea.
now it's really bright.
Yeah.
And there's sauerkraut.
The cheese, I can taste the cheese curds. Thank you.
Here, if you want something to cut all the, I guess to cut all the
Apple
gravy
pork
and the
cheese
grease.
blend.
Bill should like that. You
Shout
should.
to
The
the
salt.
Schnitzel
You picking
Shack.
up in the salt?
I
Oh, yeah.
local.
It's actually saltier than it needs to be.
Is it too salty?
You can really taste salt.
Yeah.
This is definitely greasy and fatty. When you pick up a monstrous piece, or
Cut it up with your knife first, and then you can pick it up.
you know what a bizarre event that's happening is, Mom? I'm trying to do this.
Hey, this is party time. This is fun.
I'm glad you're enjoying it, Mom.
Happy birthday, Stanley.
Cheers to Stanley. 10 years.
Oh my goodness.
You've been around that long, Stanley?
Cheers to Stanley, 10 years.
Jeez.
That's a decade, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's double digits now.
No going back.
Do you have napkins?
Here.
Pour drink down one.
And if you get the triple, then you will be celebrating that by yourself.
Or with 150-year-old parents.
Ah.
Or maybe you'll just have lots of children and grandchildren and things. You
Yeah,
never know.
yeah, that's probably gonna happen. And a beautiful wife.
You're going to have all that, are you? I've been told the wives are a pain in the neck. What do you think?
Oh! What's this? Because this isn't a meat. What's this weird stuff? Cheese? It's a 4-cheese blend.
There's only
This
9
underneath here is a big piece of meat.
pork or veal or one of it.
It'll be, well, I have veal. What did you order? Veal schnitzel?
I
Or
just ordered schnitzel. I didn't.
it'll be veal then, because that's the original Wiener Schnitzel.
What's
I
this?
somehow figured you'd have all the
Cut that up.
potatoes piled up.
Well,
You look like Queen Elizabeth today, only younger.
There, I looked like Queenie.
She's looking pretty old these days. How old was she?
Well, she's over
100.
90.
Really?
98. 98.
no, her husband's 90.
No, he's 98.
She's 97.
94 or something.
95. How do you cut this
She's
out?
up there.
You have to use your knife stand.
She's
like this.
actually, some of the stuff that Stanley brings up there, she has somebody hired to wear her
Shoes.
brand new
Yeah, and
shoes.
break
That's
it
right,
in.
so they don't pinch your dear little
Yeah.
toes.
She doesn't like the feeling of new shoes.
A little ketchup there.
I don't like wearing shoes after everybody else has worn
Uh-huh.
them.
That knife is not helping.
Well, what if you
cut
cut a
for you?
piece all the
Want me
way
to cut
through,
it for you?
Stanley?
What's this? What's
Stanley?
this? What's
It's
this?
a french fry.
Or are they very fresh?
Want me to cut that up a little bit? You're just going to go for it, are you? Okay,
Yeah.
well.
I got whatever I can.
My God, there'd be enough here for breakfast in the morning, too.
There would be enough here for a week.
They're right about it being big enough for 2 people. Definitely. They don't slack. They don't,
Lack.
yeah. they
Not
don't
slack. What?
Slack, lack. They're not chintzy about the amount anyway, that's for sure.
I like the cheese curds because they taste just like curds. You can taste the new curd in them almost.
There's a layer of French fries underneath.
Underneath, yeah. And this is all meat before you get to see where your french fries are. I don't think anybody's going to be able to roll away from the table.
Well, it's not the prettiest meal I've ever had, but it tastes good.
Well, it's good, it's tasty.
There are these awesome guys. Wish me happy birthday. Don't even know who they were.
I would say they were Dutch tourists. It sounded like they had
Well, how'd they know?
because
Oh, I
they were
said-
asking us questions. I said it was his birthday. They said, "What do the locals eat?" I said, "I don't know. We've never been here before. We're just here because he wanted it for his birthday."
So tell them squid, stuffed squid, and bear meat.
I know what to tell them. Ask the people who own this place what they recommend.
They had
Where's
big
that? The
movie
Schnitzel
camera, and
Shack?
they had big movie camera, and they were filming themselves getting their food and stuff. It was kind of weird.
Do you think they're YouTubers?
Maybe.
Could be people looking at COVID situations. Newfoundland got 9 active cases.
Really?
Can you imagine?
Only 9. It's only 9 then.
Now they've been doing good down there.
None of it only has 5, and that's like a full-on Northwest Territory. I mean 5. Yeah.
But we have 2 in Coburg that I know of,
Right
in
in
the
the
Coburg Hospital.
And that was about a week ago, right? When you found that out.
They picked them up, yeah.
So they're almost out of that now, and then there will be
Well, they
none.
got 14 days. Well, they got to test all the people
Yeah.
that were.
Uh-oh.
They got 3 shifts to go through
Is
in
it
the ER and in the lab.
How are you meant to eat?
But you have to cut it up.
And then apparently the one person went to a tea in the afternoon for somebody.
Is that chicken?
They weren't very happy with her.
Yours looks like chicken.
Somebody that knew that they were in
They're not-
contact?
Well, she didn't know she had it, but she was one of the
Yeah.
nurses that ended up with it.
I
Yeah.
think they gave me chicken.
I think you might have chicken. It looks chickeny.
Well, you have a different kind than what we have.
White
Because
meat.
the ordinary Wiener Schnitzel used to be veal always. But then they changed some to chicken. What did you say yours was called?
Hunter,
Hunter.
the dog.
Hunter Schnitzel. Yeah.
Neighbor.
I like your sauerkraut. Am I supposed to share this or am I
we
going
have
to eat
some
it all?
down here too. They gave us 2 tubs.
I saw in the Newfoundland news there tonight that the government actually gives out a couple of charitable moose licenses. And people go in, they shoot the moose, and you get 500 pounds or 500 1-pound packages of ground moose for the food bank.
Okay.
And it's putting a lot of stuff on the shelves for people for free.
I didn't think they were allowed to hunt the moose now. Are they now in Newfoundland? Because they weren't
Oh,
at
yeah.
one time.
They have been for years.
Because who brought the moose in? Somebody did.
They're not native to Newfoundland.
No.
They're not native to Newfoundland.
1901 or 1904, they bought 4 moose down,
Hmm.
let them go, and
So now you've got all kinds of them.
hundreds of thousands.
Do you have any deer?
No. Or skunks, or
Raccoons,
raccoons, or porcupines, or
You don't have any of that.
no.
snakes. Well, they're getting snakes now.
Ah, I
Only
need
if
to
people
wait.
bought them there.
Well,
They're not going to swim
no, but that's
100
what
miles
happened. The
across the
snakes
ocean.
have got there, but they're populating now. They're
Okay, because people bought them there then.
People take them and let them go. So how do your skates feel? What kind did you get? Everybody used to get Bauer skates. Is that what
Size-
they
Doug Bauer.
2
So you got-
Canada.
Grandma still knew that.
Size 2 Canada.
He
There's a Russian
is
guy.
only fitting into what they call as age 7 and 8.
Well, he hasn't got great big feet, so.
Even his mitts. I got him a set of mitts there, and I'm like, well, it said 12 and 12 to 15 or something like that. And I figured, well, they gotta fit.
Too big.
Too big.
well, his sweaters are size 10 that he's got on there.
I like a sweater outfit.
Look rich.
There you go.
You can put on a smoke hole.
Bauer.
There you go. Well, there
And
you
they're
go.
sharpened.
So don't
Ready to
cut
go.
your fingers on. Did you get guards for them too?
No, I should get a pair, but, well,
You didn't write on my
Didn't get 'em.
cake. You should write on the
got
cake.
some elbow pads.
Coming.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know he's going to fall down a million till he does when he first learn how to skate.
That's right.
What?
Nice.
You're what?
$25 for
You're
a pair
what?
of gloves for a kid.
You're what?
They're special gloves though.
What? The
My
what?
rump.
And there's a special bag for the helmet to go in because $88 windshield that I bought for it separately at Canadian Tire has this bag that came with it so that it doesn't get scratched. and the helmet was $50. This piece here was 88. But when it goes
The
up,
hearse.
it fits in good. It's got a
What's
jaw
it
piece
cutting up?
built into it. So
You're
if you
still
do a
doing
face
it.
plant, you're not going to beat your teeth out, you're not going to crack your nose, and you're not going to hurt your head.
God, how heavy is it?
Not very heavy at
Will he be
all.
able to move his head?
Oh God, that's believe it or not, that is no more than 2 pounds.
Well,
You know, but that's what it is.
So it's
That'll-
about
that'll
half
keep
the
'em
weight of
protected pretty good.
baby on my head.
No, baby, it's about
Quarter.
a third of the weight of.
so you shouldn't lose any
baby.
teeth and you shouldn't have a broken nose.
And I got him a little. It's called a practice jersey. It's not a. They wanted too much money for the Maple Leaf one. Something like I'm not paying that kind of money, but there's a little CCM jersey that he can wear over the top of his sweater or his little hooded.
My God, what size is that, Bill?
That's small. I think it said.
Small what?
Small adult, I think.
It
Looks
says
awful big
youth,
for him.
Youth, small. But if he
Says
puts
teenager.
if he puts his let's see now, this is a practice jersey, so you're expected to have shoulder pads
Yeah.
and that kind of stuff. But he won't have that. But he can wear his burgundy colored fur lined hooded thing with this over the top, and then put his arm pads on the outside, and he'll be fine. If he falls backwards, the only thing he's going to hurt is his arse.
There you go, hurt yours.
But it probably won't hurt that very much because he don't have that far to fall.
Well, there you go.
Excuse
Well,
your napkin.
Can we get more napkins? Everything is gonna need them.
Well, that cost $300 to get him skating,
well, there you go. Well, I hope he skates.
including the bag. That was $25.
That's
I
a
just
good.
hope you like it, Stanley.
My
That's
first
a
pair of
good
skates are-
repair that you got on your truck, Dad.
The what?
A good repair that you got on your truck.
That was $675.
It's been an expensive week.
$500 for a new windshield. Oh.
You have a 500 deductible?
No. I don't have glass insurance because my deductible was $350.
Have more napkins.
So I'm not paying $350 for a deductible if I'm paying $500, including tax, to get one put in. And that's the 4th windshield I had to get replaced, 4th or 5th in 30 years.
Oh, Bill, you must tailgate.
Hey?
You must tailgate.
No. It was a little miniature rock. I couldn't even see it when it hit the windshield. But when she got in the truck that Friday night, she said, "What's that?" I'm like, well, I remember now. On the way home tonight, I heard this big bang, and right on that side, and it cracked. It chipped it right at the edge, and the crack ran in about 6 inches.
That's,
And the first morning when I was leaving work in night shift,
Got
and
even
it
longer.
was -2, turned the heater on, and I watched the crack working its way across. Took about 30 seconds. Wait to the other
60.
side.
That's a lot of onion.
we had to replace a back window in our van one time. Stan was cutting grass, and all of a sudden he heard a
Oh.
boom. He figured something had exploded. And it was the window in the back of the van.
Rock.
Yeah, it flew out from underneath the lawnmower.
So I had
Rare wine.
they identified that the brakes were wearing unevenly and recommended a $90 brake service. The calipers and stuff to grease them and everything, make sure they're opening and closing properly. And so I got that done, and then they said that the cabin filter.
What's that?
the filter for the air going into the cabin was very dirty and should be replaced. And I said,
Anyway, be
how did
proper.
they discover these things? Oh, they said when they're doing the tire rotation, they always check that. Because I told them,
I never heard tell of it.
no, don't do the, what is it, the,
50-point inspection.
yeah, don't do it. I'm not wasting.
Here at midnight trying to finish our
I
supper.
challenge you, Matt Stoney, to try and eat from the schnitzel shop. You just look up where it is.
I have chicken too. I haven't got veal.
Owned
Yeah.
by some sort of
It's
Wix thing.
Do you have buns for my lunch now?
The Wix website. Made
You
by
could,
Wix.
off of one of these,
Is that
cut,
what you want?
cut
Look up
one
the
that would
schnitzel
fit the
shop.
bun and fire that in one. That's an easy
I
sandwich for you.
challenge you to try and finish this in less than 5 minutes. You
So
will
to,
barf.
to get a set of winter tires, and rims with sensors, including tax. They want just crawls like a tractor
Yep.
in four-wheel drive. Where the universal joints are, there's always a nipple there to squeeze in a little bit of grease. And
Because
rate,
they've never been
Oh
done.
yeah, grease.
probably not even a problem. What kilometers about, and it's not going to cost you like $189.
Did it what? The
Well,
what?
I don't know if I'm gonna go back over to Coburg or if I'll go down here to, Quantrill.
What'd you say?
They're pretty good at Quantros. It's just, I know that they're just, for people that don't know the difference, they're kind of intimidating them in getting things done that you
What'd
think
you
that
say?
you might have to get done.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
No, well, I
about
got two
them?
good fellows over in Coburg, but I think they both retired in the last year or so. Like I have Johns and they're both firemen. What's the other one's name? I forgot what his name is.
Why were you even talking about Grandma getting done? Anyway, on her car.
Because Grandma hasn't had her vehicle serviced since I started to drive it. And I'm such a crazy driver, I don't know whether,
What did you say about getting done?
So she should spend, I would recommend, spending a couple of $100 in getting the air filter changed, getting the cabin filter changed, grease all the nipples on the bottom of the vehicle for the drive shaft, and any nipples that are on the each wheel. There's grease nipples there for something. The ball joints,
Yeah.
the tie rods, they got grease nipples.
okay.
So getting that done, an oil change, a tire rotation.
And I get a tire rotator, I don't like that.
Why not?
Because every time and they say it has nothing to do with it, I never had any problems with the air in my tires
No.
until they rotated the tires. And after that, I've had to have valves and everything done on them.
I don't know what happened there on a truck, just so that the tires on the back turn too. But anyway,
Maybe he had extra money.
well, they've spent good money on trucks and cars, and
They're the ones with the yellow ones.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but with your truck, Bev, I swear on rotating tires because
Very happy because we'd never had tires rotated before. And we never had problems with valves or anything until then. And Stan decided he would have it done.
I don't know why the valves would have had a problem.
I've had all the valves replaced on my wheels.
That shouldn't be.
Oh, it was.
Well, see, with that vehicle, like my truck now, I'm just over 40,000 kilometers. I haven't had any valves changed. And if I had to have a valve changed, it would be like I've never had a valve in over 1,000,000 kilometers that I've driven in my life. Never had. And
we
it's
got a
getting
box.
really cold.
We got a box.
And that-
What?
Pardon?
Come and have breakfast with you?
Mm-hmm, for sure.
Yeah, nice.
Come with me.
And Steph told me that you went out and finished painting in your shed.
Yep.
And got her done. How does it look to you?
Looks good.
You were happy?
I didn't put 2 coats on the bottom. I just did one coat.
Wait, you'll
Yeah.
tell us when you're done? You'll tell
I
us?
get to take a bag of
You'll
goodies
tell
home
us
with
when
me.
you're done?
I'll tell you when I'm done. I'll phone you when I
Okay.
finish it tomorrow night. I'll have it for